What are you expecting?
For him to, it's Moog, right? Miquella Moog? Or we still haven't met your bird beast.
I'm thinking this is going to be... Okay, first off, you know how Moog has bird wings. What if that would be a plot choice?
I was expecting.
Yeah, I don't think Miquella is going to directly have Moog's body exactly the way we fought Moog. But we do know that he's taken Moog's body, seemingly for the purpose of making his own body. I don't know what to expect. What's your thought?
It's gonna be a giant egg.
That would be funny.
No, I don't know.
Alright, here we are.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
Okay, this is General Radahn, just outright. Not what I was expecting, but that's really cool that we get to fight Radahn as he once was. Radahn is someone who I always thought, as a character, deserved better than his fight gave him. Because I never really did like Radahn's fight. So I'm really glad he's getting another chance. Yeah, and you remember Radahn.
Yeah. I don't necessarily remember the fight.
Yeah, that's probably
That's what everybody says.
No, it's funny because a lot of people really like this fight. Personally, I think I'm in the minority of people who say that it's, in my personal opinion, the weakest of the main fights of Elden Ring. And that's a really controversial statement, I'm sure. Now this, to me, proves even more that Miquella's really screwed up. Because first off, this
Mommy and Daddy.
well, that, but also, he was doing all of this, manipulation in order to, he manipulated Moog into trying to make himself into Miquella's consort. While in actuality, Miquella wanted to marry his brother this whole time.
Wait, I just got that mixed up anyway. I was thinking husband, Mommy and Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Not mixed up,
Miquella also is Marika's child, so...
Yeah, but Radahn's not his dad.
No.
So Miquella wanted to marry Moog?
Miquella wanted to marry Radahn.
Oh, Radahn. Okay.
And Moog wanted to be Miquella's consort, which seemingly... People always made fun of Moog, being like, oh yeah, that's really weird. Because that also seems to suggest that Moog wants to marry Miquella. But seemingly it was just him being manipulated by Miquella, because Miquella already wanted to marry Radahn. So yeah, we've just gotten confirmation. the jury just made its deliberation. We decided that Miquella, we were very right to be suspicious of him. He's messed up.
Where did he get the charms? did he get that from?
That was the power of his great rune. So just like Melania's great rune gave her the rot, similarly.
Oh, okay, that's what it gave him the charm.
Yep.
That was a good thing if it was used right.
Yep. It certainly would have been. It would have drawn everyone together.
It's rather large.
He certainly is. He's even larger when we fight him normally. Here's a fun fact. I'm sure it was earlier in the timeline compared to... This seems to be Radahn at his height, right here, that we're fighting. But Morgoth actually defeated Radahn at one point in their past.
Which would have been his uncle. No, not by. They're not blood related.
No.
Well, yes, they are.
No.
Well, no, because the mom, it'd be like a step uncle. It'd be
Stepbrother. They're
No.
stepbrothers.
No, uncle.
Because Morgoth is the child of Godfrey and Marika, and Radahn is the child of Radahn and Renala.
You need to spruce up the family tree.
Yes.
You need
Including
to,
all
you're
the...
gonna have to tape together some
Yep. I'm going to need like a...
a poster board.
I'm going to need like a 4,000 resolution PNG file for this.
Yeah.
Like in order to just make the canvas for it. Like, even though I've only been fighting this guy for like a few minutes, already I can confirm this is miles better than the normal Radahn fight.
Is it too soon to put it in an order?
Yes, definitely. Seemingly, from what I can gather, the Radahn that we fight in normal Elden Ring is much larger than this Radahn, which makes me think either this is just a far younger Radahn, which, I mean, already it seems that he is, or it's that this is Radahn made using Mohg's body, so he's more Mohg-sized
Yeah,
than Radahn.
that's what I think. Miquella only has questions.
Yeah. Well, that was another Artorias looking attack. Okay, phase 2.
Lord brother,
But that is our curse.
at long last you are returned.
Rise if you would.
Tarnished one, aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us. To I, Miquella, and my promised consort, Radahn.
Absolutely not.
Miquella in a weird way wants to marry his mom.
Brother. Half brother.
No, because he wanted to be Radahn, marrying him, but then Radahn is consort to America.
No.
America is Miquella's mom.
You're thinking of Radahn. Radahn is the son of Radahn.
Oh, shit,
Yes.
Make these names so close.
They do. Yeah. Just another one. I think the only name that is significantly different than the others is Commander Gaius. And of course, he's the most minor of the characters.
Well, McNeil.
True, but he's not related to them. He's just another commander.
Okay. Well, Onias, he's the guy with no hands?
Yeah, Gaius.
Okay, well, he's not related.
He is related. He's Messmer's brother. And also Radahn's brother, come to think of it.
I thought he was just like a head general guy.
That's what we thought at first, but his description said that he was related. It said Messmer's younger brother, I think. Poor guy got the short end of the stick, I think. Miquella's angelic appearance is also interesting.
It is very angelic. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
If he abandoned his body, right, that can't actually be his body. That's just his spirit. So it would make sense that he would give himself an angelic appearance in order to better make people think that he was a good guy, right?
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure if you necessarily noticed, but Radahn has been using Erdtree.
Oh, I've noticed. Yep.
Makes sense because I'm not sure if I ever told you this, but despite being Radagon's child, Radahn modeled his fighting style after that of Erdtree. And in fact, that's why he has the lion motif. That's why he's called the Lion.
Yes, like Godfrey is the king of it.
Yeah.
No one does it, I think.
That's very true. I think Radahn makes up for that, though, by having a lot of his own stuff thrown in. Like the purple gravity magic.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have to think of it. So, when we fought Godfrey, it was kind of like in a little arena thing.
Yeah. Same place we fought Morgoth, too. Ouch.
Oh, he is not a gentleman at all. How many swings was that? Shame on you.
Does not surprise me one bit.
Of course, it's Miquella.
I think this might actually be Radahn fighting here, but I can't be sure. I think this might be like the first time we actually get to see Radahn in person. Because when we fought him before, you know, he was... during the Radahn festival, he was just a mindless guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, that was quick. Also interesting to me is that when Miquella showed up above Radahn's head, more than anything else, it kind of reminded me of when Sirosh is on Godfrey's shoulder. Because you know how he has that golden hair about him?
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily what it's meant to
Oh,
be
I
like.
don't know.
Considering Radahn's fighting style, it could be.
Yeah.
And the fact that the first guy of the DLC was the dancing lion.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
Not sure what that would be saying though. And there's another don't forget attack here. It's not as bad as the dancing lions, but
Well, don't forget.
still does keep messing me up. That's it right there. I didn't forget this time.
Yay.
I didn't forget again. Yay.
Pretty cool.
I have to admit, it is really cool. Who does it better, Radahn or Estelle?
Radahn. What was the name?
Also, you know what else this is reminding me of? Lorien Lothric from Dark Souls 3. Even when Miquella first said, brother, that was the thing that immediately came to mind, and I was like, oh, that is our curse. Like the way Miquella is holding on to Radahn right there. Oh, goodness. What the heck? Like you have two brothers, one being the champion with the sword and the other one having some kind of holy thing and not being able to do anything on their own, hanging on to the other one. Except I agree with Lorien and Lothric and consider them to be the sympathetic people. Meanwhile, Miquella, I really don't. It seems to me, now that we've done basically everything, that Miquella has good intentions, or at the very least had good intentions going into it, but is messed up enough to the point where he's not good, but seems to have deluded himself into thinking that he is, without question, the good guy. On top of that, he's just as manipulative as Marika was. In short, I think the best ending is still going with Gold Mask.
Yeah. And Kenneth.
Yes.
They're missing all of this.
They are. Kenneth, Nefeli, and Gostock are all still back in their castle, when you think of it. They have no idea.
Yeah.
They literally
exactly.
don't know that any of this is going on.
No. If they only knew,
Yeah.
they'd be like, thank goodness I'm here.
Yeah.
They wouldn't come to help.
No, I think Nefeli would.
You
Kenneth
would?
definitely wouldn't.
Oh, heck no. Oh, he might lend his dagger.
Oh, that's true.
And then to come back and say, can I have my dagger back?
It's really useful,
yes,
please
I
do.
don't want you to be without it. Yeah, here you go.
Yes, if anyone ought to have Kenneth's dagger, it would be Kenneth.
Now,
That's-
why do you think Nepheli Lou would risk her life for these particular battles?
Well, she feels like she owes her life to us.
Okay, because originally the reason why she wanted to fight so bad was because... Wait, I have the storyline. Okay, so her dad was rotten.
Yes, Sir Gideonoff knew the All-Knowing.
Yes.
Mm.
And he did those horrible, horrible things.
Yes.
And so she feels like she needs to help right the wrong that he did.
Yes.
And so,
But in
that
addition
was
to that-
taken care of.
Yes, but we were the one who showed her the Stormhawk and also who defeated Godric the Grafted. And also, helped Kenneth to where Kenneth told her about her lineage. So I think just overall she feels like she owes her realization about everything to us.
So she would come to help to aid us.
Yes.
And basically that's the only reason.
Yeah, outside of that, I don't think Nepheli would really care about what's going on here.
Yeah.
She did end up helping us in regards to the Godfrey fight, where we can summon her. In fact, she's the last summonable person in the game.
Wait, just to, sorry, but just to be, just to death. Okay, Nepheli Lou's real father is Godfrey.
But as Horaloo specifically.
As for Lou.
Yes.
But then something happened, what? So that Gideon raised her.
Well, Godfrey died initially,
Okay.
and then he was brought back as a Tarnished.
Okay. But meanwhile, Gideon. No.
Yes, yeah, that is right. It was her father.
Yes.
Adopted.
Right.
Mm.
Came in.
Yes.
Him. Okay.
Yes. You got it all.
Good thing you're short because that would totally decapitate.
I don't think I'm short. I think it's just that he's really tall. Of course, I'm sure that's what short people always say.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot, that's what Weston said. Tyrion.
Yeah. No, I think he just admits that he's short.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
No, I really don't know how to deal with this part of the fight.
Oh, well, don't forget
Don't forget what?
anything. Well, don't forget anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't get beheaded.
That's smart.
And
What? What is he doing even? I don't even know what he's doing. Oh.
I promise you a 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
That was interesting.
And what exactly was said?
Sorry, I was doing my push-ups.
No, I understand.
I promise you a 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion. What exactly that means, I have no idea. In addition, That was a grab, but I really don't know what the effect was right there.
But that wasn't him saying that.
No, that was Miquella.
Yeah.
So we have not heard Radahn speak so far, and I doubt he's going to. Because if we were going to hear him speak, we probably would have heard it already. Poor guy probably doesn't have a voice actor. I remember hearing that in the normal game, like in his original fight, he uses a variation, like his grunts are a variation of those used by Pontiff Suleiman, so that's a fun fact. I think it hardly fits, but...
Those only belong to Poppy, so...
yeah.
Like, if I was really one of these people, this was like true. And I had to share my voice. Yeah.
It's also interesting to me is that this isn't necessarily exactly Radahn as he once was, because he's using blood magic, which must originate from Mohg's influence. And I really don't know what's going on with his teleportation. Or the magic lights. It's going to take me a long while to figure out how to deal with it.
Your forearms are gonna fall off.
Mm-hmm.
You could mix it up and have to do sit-ups.
No. No, I made a promise when we started. I said I would do 10 push-ups each time we died. I died,
Little
I mean.
did you know.
No, I kind of knew.
Did you? Well, have you counted the total up yet?
No.
From up until today?
No. I know it's a lot.
What
Also,
today?
some of my marks for random deaths are just random slashes across the paper, so it might be a little bit hard to tally overall. I haven't tallied for each boss though. They might be off by like 1 or 2 if I ever forgot to make a marking when I died.
Yeah, but it still will get it close enough.
Yeah.
Reading.
Yeah.
And it's really just the boss fight.
Yeah.
That,
That really killed me a lot.
yeah. I was gonna say that matter, but that's not true. They all matter, but
Yeah. I do the push-ups all the
boss
same.
Yeah, I know the boss fights are the ones that cost more arm time.
Yep, especially because it's always so back to back.
Yeah.
Hey, weird guy. Second phase, I have no clue what's going on.
I do. You're dying.
Fair enough.
I figured that much out. I have a clue.
Fair enough. I get where you're coming from.
You said I didn't have a clue.
Well, I didn't have a clue before you said that. Rude. That's why they call you Radahn. So far, we have not staggered him a single time, which I'm thinking is probably going to be pretty difficult, even if we can. Especially because so often he leaves like that. In order to stagger someone, we need to hit them a good amount of times in quick succession. Somewhat quick. Yeah, like your other promises have ever amounted to anything, Miquella. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so we just used Miquella's Great Rune after he did the statement to it. So you know how after he says something to us, we get that little bowl above our heads?
Uh-huh.
I just used Miquella's Great Rune and it got rid of the bowl. And Miquella's Great Rune says it removes curses.
Oh.
Or charms, rather. So, he put a charm on us somehow during the attack. Hang on, I still need to do the push-ups. But, resist charms. Huh. Now, question. I know we haven't done as much as normal today, but my arms hurt. Do you want to end it? Okay.
Yes, I do not want you to die.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you are dying.
Yeah.
I don't want you to die in real life.
Alright. Now, since we are at the end of the DLC, can I look up real quick lists of bosses in the DLC to see if we've missed anything?
Oh, yeah. Good
Okay.
idea.
Alright. Climb Beast Dancing Lion, Relana, Commander Gaius, Erdtree Avatar, Putrescent Knight,